Hi learners, I hope you all are doing well. So today we have our video lesson number 3 and the topic is the shape of the earth. You can find this topic on your textbook page number 54 and 55. Let's begin with our lesson objectives. We are going to state that the earth, sun and moon are approximately spherical and support with evidence. We are going to predict that it is sometimes difficult to collect evidence to test scientific ideas and that evidence may be indirect. Learners, let me ask you a question. What do you think is the shape of the earth? Some of you might think it's just round like a CD and some of you think it is round like a football. Yes, it is round like a football, but that shape is called a sphere. It's a sphere shape. How do you know this? You might have seen a globe in your classroom. You might have seen a picture of the earth. You might have seen a video of the earth. So you basically have the evidence to prove that the earth is a sphere. Let's think of a situation that if a small, very tiny insect is living on this football, what would it think the shape of the ball is? Obviously, that insect is very small. It can see only up to some extent. And up till where he can see, he just finds it flat because he had not gone all around the football. So he would definitely think that the ball is basically flat. Just like us, we people in the earlier days thought that the earth is flat because until we can see and up till which extent we can see, we just found it flat. A spherical earth? Like really? Scientists claim that earth is much like a slightly flattened ball, an oblate spheroid. How do they know? Like now scientists know it because they have seen the picture, but this did not happen overnight. Scientists in the earlier days when there were no astronauts, when they had not gone to space, they did not merely have faith in the claim. They started to collect evidence. What is the evidence that supports a scientific belief is roughly a spherical earth? They started looking for different evidences to prove that the earth is sphere. And this thing that we know now that the earth is sphere by looking at the pictures and things, it started quite long ago where they had to look for things on earth instead of going out on the space because they did not have enough resources. Those they started looking around them, started collecting evidence. Now we are going to watch a video that will show how they collected evidence and what sort of evidences were collected to prove that the earth is a sphere. As you have seen the video, students, I hope you must have found it interesting. Now let's go through the evidences again. Only a sphere can cast a shadow that always appears round. During lunar eclipses, Earth casts its shadow on the moon and the shadow is always round. A ship Victoria was the first one to go all the way around the earth and it started from Portugal. Some sailors were afraid that they would fall off the earth as they thought earth is flat, but it didn't happen and they returned 3 years later. Here is another evidence that shows the earth is not flat. People who stood in sea sailing away ships observed that the sailing away ships bottom part disappeared first, and it was a very strange thing because they thought if the earth is flat, the top part should disappear first and then the bottom. So this gave them an idea that earth is not flat, it's a sphere. Here's another evidence. If you put sticks at distant locations and you observe the shadow of those sticks, you would see that they cast a different length shadows. Like both sticks of same length would have different shadow on different places on earth. This is because earth is round. It has a curvature, as you can see. It would not have happened if the earth was flat. Then both sticks would cast same length shadow everywhere on earth. We have many other indications that the earth is not flat. But these indications were not present in earlier days because scientists had to look for other evidence to prove their theory right. These evidences are present in modern day world, and you must know it because you have seen these things. Earth orbiting satellites, photographs from space show it, eyewitnesses reports of astronauts. Astronauts who have gone to space must have looked at it and you know that they're right. And other objects like sun, moon and planets are roughly spherical. It's review time, learners. I'm going to ask you two questions and you may write the answers on a piece of paper after pausing the video. First question is, before telescopes and spaceships, how did people know that the Earth is sphere? Number two question, what would the ship sailing away from you look like if Earth were flat and if Earth were round? You may pause the video to write down the answers. I hope, learners, you have written down the answers. So first one, how did people know that the Earth is sphere? We have learned about many evidences. You could pen down any three, like a sailing ship showed that when they put two sticks of same length at different places on Earth, lunar eclipse showed, and we have also learned that buildings cast different shadows, different length shadows at two different places on Earth. Number two answer, like what would a ship sailing away from you look like if Earth were flat? If a ship is sailing away from us and the Earth was flat, the top part of the ship would disappear first. And if the Earth were sphere or round, then what would happen? The bottom part would disappear first. And this clearly scientists observed and they came to know that the Earth is a sphere. Okay, learners. What we have learnt today that people in earlier days used to believe that the Earth is flat. If Earth is a planet, that it is certainly a sphere. And ancient Greeks and many other scientists knew that Earth was a sphere and they had the evidence to prove it. We have seen many evidences in this video that prove that the Earth is not flat surface, rather it's a sphere. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.